Hey everyone, it's Nick Davies here from One Man's Balance, here to share some more life lessons. And today, what's been striking me is something that I call black box brain theory. Bit of a tongue twister, but really, it's about the concept that the more you learn, the more you can learn. And I like to think about our brain as this big cavernous hole that we can just shove loads and loads of stuff in there. And it doesn't matter how much we put in, we keep on learning. I remember as a child growing up, I used to think that if I learned something new, if I took on a new skill or went to a new class, decided I liked something, wanted to explore it, that it would mean I'd forget something else. So it's kind of crazy now, but at the time I really believed it. I didn't want to take too much on because if I did, it means I took a focus away from what else I was doing. Then I realized that wasn't the case. And I realized that, in fact, the more we do, the more we can do. The more we learn, the more we can learn. That ability, that elasticity we have in our brains to just cram loads of stuff in there. And the more we learn, the more able we are to learn even more stuff in different, better ways. Think of it like a big, huge aircraft hangar, big, huge aircraft hangar. And in a hangar which has loads of rails at the back, loads of place to store things, right? But in the middle, there's this huge, big, open, cavernous space. And think about a huge tent being pushed in there. Right? A tent that's big enough that it has space around the outside, but basically this tent, you can only be one in there at one time. And it takes up a lot of space. And that tent is an idea or a practice or something you want to do, you started to do. And as you have that tent in there, as you learn about it, as you learn that new skill, what you learn to do with that tent is to put it down, is to collapse it. You learn the details of that tent. And you put it in a way that it doesn't take up too much space. And you file it out of the way at the back of the aircraft hangar in order that you can access it. And that will allow new tents to come in. Right? Think of this as like a big line of tents sitting outside your door. Right? All of these ideas, all of these skills waiting to get in your brain. And they can't until you put that tent down. But once you do put that down and once you file it at the back of that aircraft hangar, you can do another one and another one. And another one. So my call to action to you guys today is to think about that. Think about what skill it is that you've put off or what area you haven't started to learn in that you've been excited about. You've been thinking about it for a long time. And remember, once you go after it, it's going to make you better in other areas of your life. And once you do it, you're going to learn things you didn't even expect to learn from it. You're going to enable more. And the more you do, the more you get. So think about what that could be and go and get it. Go after it. Thanks everyone for listening. Love to get some feedback. Anything you'd like to hear from me or anything else you'd like to hear from my videos, please let me know. Take care.